location. Equipped with skilled manpower, robust infrastructure, and progressive investor-friendly policies, it offers businesses an ecosystem to innovate, expand, and scale. Japan stands as one of the most valued international partners in Odisha's transformative journey, bringing with it a legacy of innovation, technological excellence, and long-term collaboration.
オリッサ州の事業運営は私たちにとって非常に満足のいくものです。オリッサ州政府は黒崎播磨が同州で事業を確立するために手厚く円滑な支援と配慮を提供してくれました。
Japanese enterprises are helping shape Odisha's growth with their world-class expertise across sectors, strengthening the state's industrial ecosystem. TRL Krosaki Refractories in Jharsuguda and TYK Ceramics in Kalinganagar, Jajpur are leading enterprises redefining Odisha's steel and manufacturing landscape through advanced refractory solutions.
このプロジェクトが実現できたのは一人のオリッサ州政府から全面的なご支援のおかげです。計画の全工程において各部署から多大なご協力をいただきました。
Similarly, JFE Steel Corporation in Sambalpur and Indo-Nissan Foods in Khordha showcased the expanding presence of Japanese investments across manufacturing and food technology sectors.
オディシャ州は資源が豊富で製鉄所の立地としては大変恵まれています。また産業支援も充実しており、企業にとって成長しやすい環境が整っております。オディシャのさらなる発展はもちろんのこと、インド社会全体の経済成長やより豊かな人々の生活の実現に貢献してまいります。
オリッサ州への進出を考えている企業の皆様、全く問題なく非常に企業活動に適した場所ですので、ぜひ検討を前進させてください。
Today, a new wave of Japanese investments is taking shape across Odisha with several upcoming strategic projects by Yokohama Tires, Toray Industries and JFE powering the state as an emerging engine of India's growth. As Odisha enters a new era of development, the state welcomes new collaborations from the land of the rising sun in creating new opportunities and shared prosperity. Welcome to Odisha, India's emerging destination.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as witnessed in the video, Odisha and Japan share a relationship that has steadily grown stronger over the years. Today marks another important milestone in that journey, opening new avenues for collaboration in clean energy, advanced manufacturing, and future-ready industries. On that note, may I request the Additional Chief Secretary, Industries, Home and IMPR Departments, Government of Odisha, Shri Mohan Charan Majhi, to formally set the context for today's interaction.
With the permission of our Honorable Chief Minister, I would be making a brief presentation on the context of today's meeting. Why is it that we have a large business delegation coming all the way from Japan to Odisha? What is the significance of today's event? And what is it that we will achieve by increasing Japanese interest in India and in Odisha? So, Odisha and Japan, we enjoy long-standing country-to-country partnership. We have been partners in progress for many, many years. We have deep cultural connect. We have strong diplomatic relationship. We will be celebrating 75 years of diplomatic relations between India and Japan in 2027 next year, and preparations for grand celebrations of that event are already underway, and it is in that context that the Honorable Prime Minister Takaichi of Japan visited India for 3 days on 1st, 2nd and 3rd. This large business delegation is a part of the 50 company strong business delegation which has come along with the Prime Minister Takaichi of Japan to India. And as you are aware, yesterday there was there was a series of meetings between our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and Prime Minister Takaichi of Japan, where one of the major investments in green fuel sector which is happening between Government of India and Government of Japan is those agreements were also signed, and that is why today we have this large delegation from Japan. They are all companies representing the creme de la creme of the Japanese technology, Japanese capital, Japanese markets, and their increasing interest in India is because of the long-term business collaborations between the two countries. Now, if we look at the commercial associations between India and Japan, this is the picture which we have seen in the last 40 years. So the major exports to Japan are aluminium, iron and steel, seafood, organic chemicals and other industrial products, mineral fuels and oils. And major imports from Japan have been boilers, electrical and mechanical machinery and appliances, inorganic chemicals, vehicles, plastic and its products, and medical equipment. But this is what is in the year 2026. Yesterday, if you would have noticed the joint declaration which has been made by the Prime Ministers of India and Japan, they are talking of the next decade of growth. And in the announcements which have been made yesterday, the first and most prominent part is green fuel. They have said, Honorable Prime Minister Takaichi said that let us talk of the next decade of commercial relations between India and Japan, and there are two defining features in those commercial relations. That is decarbonization, energy transition and technology transition. And today all the companies which are represented here today are looking at the next decade of growth which will be built around decarbonized world, which will be built around not only energy transition but also technology transition. Now, where does Odisha figure into this strategy? Where will Odisha figure in the next 10 years of growth? You have seen in our film that we have major Japanese companies present in commodity markets, in steel, in metal manufacturing, in technology, in chemicals, in petrochemicals, in logistics, in textiles and food processing. This is our present business relationship. But for the next decade of growth, when we look at technology transition and energy transition, Odisha brings to the table certain parameters which can add value to this growth phase. What are those? It is scale. We can bring scale to your business. Whatever you can do in a business in any other place in the world, you can do in India and in Odisha on a much larger scale. We bring resources to the table. We bring raw material resources, land resources, water resources, and manpower resources to the table, which will be a prime mover of growth in the next 10 years. We bring green power. We bring capacity to absorb these investments, the capital and the infrastructure support. We also bring strong policy support. Our state government policies under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister are not cast in stone. They are dynamic. They look at what will happen in the next 10 years. And in the meeting which just got concluded, you would have heard from the Honorable Chief Minister, all that he was mentioning was keep changing yourself as per the requirements of the next 10 years. This is what he mentioned to do, and that is what we bring. And what could Japan bring to us? You could bring us capital, you could bring us precision engineering, advanced technology, global reach and innovation. All the companies which are present here today, whether it is Nissin or JFE or TYK or Kawasaki or IHI or Mitsubishi, they all bring capital, they all bring technology, and they all bring new markets to us. This is the future of our business. Now, what would be the future drivers of business? This we have picked up directly from what the Honorable Prime Minister of Japan and India announced yesterday. Technology transition is going to be the play for the next 10 years. And in this, what are those elements of technology transmission? There will be automation, digitalization, information and communication technologies will change for the future, advanced materials, artificial intelligence and decarbonization. These 6 topics were spoken yesterday. If you carefully analyze the speech of our Honorable Prime Minister and the Prime Minister of Japan, they mentioned these 6 words repeatedly. So we thought that what is it that we should pick from here where we have a pre-existing strength, and that is decarbonization. Decarbonization is something which we are dealing with. The companies here are in the business, in a different business, but they will have to deal with decarbonization. Whether it is JFE, which is making steel, or Yokohama, which is making tires, or Toray, which is making textile, or TYK, which is making ceramics, or prime materials, which will be making rare earth permanent magnets, they will have to deal with decarbonization. Therefore, we are bringing today to your table the decarbonization strategy where we can play a role. Now, in decarbonization, what are the two critical requirements? What are the two critical drivers and enablers of growth in the next 10 years? One will be renewable energy and the other will be green fuels. So from this, we have picked up both of them. Decarbonization, green fuels and renewable energy, which we will further analyze for you. Now, today's focus in this meeting, because of the nature of industries which we have, whether it is IHI or Mitsubishi or JFE or Yokohama and other companies, we will focus on green hydrogen, green ammonia, green methanol and sustainable aviation fuel. Manojji, you would have noticed that this is what you presented to our Honorable Chief Minister. Sir, we were not aware what they discussed, what they had to discuss with you, but this is what we thought. This is what we thought we should bring to the table. Why? Because our team, carefully, for the last 2 days, we were analyzing each and every word which was being said by the Japanese Prime Minister Takaichi, and we noticed that this is what the next 10 years of growth could be for Japanese companies in India. Therefore, Odisha should present this. Next. Now, how do we position ourselves in green fuels? In green fuels, we bring to the table both the demand advantage as well as the supply strength. In future, green fuels will find a use across the world, which means in India also. We bring to the table very large demand business use cases, whether it is in chemical plants, petrochemical plants, fertilizers, steel making, aluminium making, or in power generation later on. Therefore, India and Odisha bring to you demand on scale. Why is it that the first few tenders of SECI, Solar Energy Corporation of India, for green fuels in India were successful for Odisha? What great things do we have? Because we have the demand, we have the fertilizer plants. Why is it that the next generation green steel companies, whether it is Tata Steel or JSW or JSPL or AMNS, they are all talking of the green steel projects in Odisha because they have pre-existing steel plants. In case they have to continue to do business in the next 10 years, they must become green. That is the demand which we bring to the table. Today, Odisha accounts for 40 million tons of installed capacity in steel, 10 million tons of installed capacity in alumina and aluminium, and these are growing in large numbers. In the next 10 years, we will have 150 million tons of steel, 20 million tons of aluminium, and imagine if just a small part of it has to become green, the kind of demand which we will have for green hydrogen, green ammonia, green methanol is huge and immense. This is what we bring to the table, the demand advantage. Supply advantage, in order to do this, you need land, you need water, you need logistic support. We have that pre-existing. And that is why Government of India declared not one, but 2 locations in Odisha, both Gopalpur and Paradip, as the green hydrogen valleys in India. Now, I already explained it. In today's industrial base, as well as in upcoming industrial base, we will see this technology transition. Mining will use more electrical energy. Metallurgy will use more renewable energy, more green fuels. Chemicals and petrochemicals will use more and more of these green fuels. Sustainable mining, green chemicals, renewable energy equipment, semiconductors and advanced material. This is going to be the play for the next 10 years for which we are positioning ourselves. We already have, coming to the supply side advantages, we have upcoming capacities, 16 units already approved at Paradip and Gopalpur, and in order to service this facility, we have planned ahead, a step ahead, by bringing in water, by bringing in power, by bringing in desalination plants, by bringing in logistics elements in order to ensure that this actually translates into practice. This port-led industrialization is the biggest differentiator. You can have renewable energy in other states, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, wherever. But in case you were to transport green ammonia, you need a coastal location. And the only coastal locations today in India which have space for growth are in Odisha. If you were to do a green ammonia plant in Tuticorin, you need to take land 60 kilometers away. If you were to do a green methanol plant at Mundra or at Kandla, you need to go at least 100 kilometers away. Imagine today, right now, we were just discussing the request from Mitsubishi that we will need a corridor, pipeline corridor, for about 15 kilometers from our plant to the port. Sir, in Paradip it is 15 kilometers, in Tuticorin it is 60, in Kandla it is 100, in Dahej it is 200, and in Mundra it is almost 40 kilometers. So we have these locations available for you. In green energy equipment also today we have made a grand entry in the last 2 years under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister. Today, whether it is Wari or Jackson, Sova or Satvik, Tata Power Renewable or Ampin Solar or Jupiter, all of them have their bigger investments. The only commercial scale ingot wafer manufacturing unit by Tata Power Renewable Energy is coming up at Gopalpur. In fact, IHI would be lucky to have your plant at Gopalpur. On your right hand side will be Yokohama, and on your left hand side will be Tata Power Renewable Energy making wafers and cells. Next. So this is our proposition today. We wanted to bring just this much to your table, that you are at the right place at the right time. Our government, led by our Honorable Chief Minister Shri Mohan Charan Majhi, works in sync with Government of India. Whatever we are doing here is translation of the Prime Minister's vision into reality. We cannot do everything in Odisha, everything cannot be done everywhere, but we are trying to play our part. And we are trying to play our part in an area which will be the growth for the next decade. So these are the words of our Honorable Chief Minister. Odisha's next phase of industrial growth must be powered by green fuels and clean energy. Let's build industries that will power a sustainable world. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sharma, for that very insightful presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, we now hear from the industry leaders whose organizations are going to shape the next chapter of the Odisha-Japan partnership. May I first invite Mr. Hiroshi Ide, President and CEO, IHI Corporation, one of Japan's leading engineering and heavy industries companies with global expertise across energy infrastructure and advanced technology, to address this meet.
Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Mohan Charan Majhi, thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be with us today. My name is Ide, President and CEO of IHI Corporation. At a time when the importance of energy security is increasingly globally, we are moving forward with 400,000 ton green ammonia production project together with our key partner, Acme Corporation, under the strong support of Government of India and Japan. On June 30th, this project was officially approved under the Japanese government's price gap support scheme. Under this project, IHI plans to offtake the entire volume and utilize it in Japan as an alternative fuel for power generation and as a feedstock for chemical products. Toward the start of offtake in 2030, both companies will work together as one team to steadily advance the project. We respectfully ask for your continued support toward the successful realization of this project. IHI and Acme Corporation will continue to contribute to the energy policies and the realization of the decarbonized society envisioned by both Japan and India. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ide. May I now request Mr. Hiroyuki Akase, Managing Executive Officer, Green Energy and Chemical Business, Mitsubishi Gas and Chemical Company, Inc., a globally respected leader in advanced chemical and clean energy solution, to kindly address the meeting.
Okay, thank you. The Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Hideaki Akase. I'm Managing Executive Officer of Mitsubishi Gas Chemical Company. It's an honor to be here in Odisha for this occasion. On behalf of Mitsubishi Gas Chemical, I extend my sincere appreciation to the government of Odisha and to the Honorable Chief Minister for hosting this important event and for your leadership in fostering sustainable industrial development. We have great expectations for Odisha's continued role as a hub for green energy and green industry. For Mitsubishi Gas Chemical, methanol is a core business. With more than 70 years of experience, we have built integrated capabilities across the value chain from production to applications. And we are strengthening our commitment to decarbonization. Together with Acme Group, we have entered into a long-term green methanol offtake agreement. And it is a privilege to mark this milestone here in Odisha. This is a pioneering, world-leading commitment to help scale green methanol for global use. We believe this green methanol produced to meet stringent international requirements can contribute not only to maritime decarbonization, but also more broadly to Japan's energy transition. Looking ahead, we aim to deepen our relationship with Acme Group as a long-term business partner, and we look forward to working with the government of Odisha to help build a scalable and sustainable green methanol ecosystem here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kasi. May I now request Mr. Manoj Upadhyay, founder and chairman, Acme Group, one of India's leading renewable energy and green hydrogen developers, to kindly address the meet.
Honorable Chief Minister, sir, Honorable Minister of Industry and Skill Development, respected ma'am, respected sir, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am very thankful to Government of Odisha for giving me this opportunity to bring in one of the first projects globally for green hydrogen and ammonia. Sir, I would like to take your input to share with you. Acme has been very disruptive in the technology sector. Very few people know that today when the telephone is less than 1 rupees per minute, Acme invented a product which reduced the cost from 15 rupees to 1 rupees, less than 1 rupee. So today if Rickshawala carries the phone, sir, we believe that we have created something value to the society. Because of that technology, sir, most of the telecom sites in India, even today if you make a call, will go through that equipment. Sir, we got into the solar in 2009 when nobody was in the renewable energy. So we took the leadership role, and it is my fortunate that that time the Chief Minister, Mr. Modi, was the first off-taker of my solar project in Gujarat at 15 rupees per kilowatt hour, sir. At that time, nobody was buying solar power at that cost. We did our first project, sir, in 2011. Today, we are one of the largest renewable company in India. Not only the solar power, sir, we provide 24/7 renewable power, solar plus battery. Sir, this year, we have installed close to 4 gigawatt hour battery and 10 gigawatt of more, maintaining the grid stability of this country. So we are, along with Adani, we are two companies are in India. In the summer, there is no power cut at the grid level. We are playing that role. So we have played in that role. Sir, in 2019-20, first time, when the tariff came down to 2 rupees 44 paisa, Acme brought down the tariff from 6 rupees to 2 rupees 44 paisa, sir. That was the first time it was cheaper than coal and it was without subsidy. Acme took this position, 2 rupees 44 paisa, sir, to convert the power to hydrogen and to ammonia, because that is equivalent to $10 per million BTU, sir. Sir, our gas import, our energy import from outside is $12 per million BTU. So we thought now we have electron, which we can produce in India at lesser cost than imported energy from outside. And we created a first project, sir, in Bikaner, which is world's first green hydrogen and ammonia plant operating on solar, sir. That project gave us a global lead, sir. That project was one of the first global projects, sir, where India demonstrated that we can convert electron to the molecule. So that was our journey, sir, in 2021. In 2023, sir, we came to Odisha. We decided that Odisha will play a very important role, sir. Sir, very few people know. We feel that Australia is closer to Japan because we see one in the map. Technically, sir, Odisha is closest to Japan from India port, even closer than Australia, sir. So anything which is produced at the port of Odisha, it can fastest reach to Japan, sir. And it is one of the reason, and then time Hemanji supported us to take the project, sir. Now this project has been selected by the government of Japan, sir, and with IHI and Mitsubishi Gas Chemical. We have reached to it is a real milestone, sir, when energy will be sold from India to Japan. Nobody, sir, in the world thinks that India can export energy. We are always as an energy importer. And this is the first time, sir, where we will be exporting energy. And that, sir, the first project of that energy export will happen in this state, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Upadhyay. May I request CMD OPTCL, Mr. Bhaskar Sarma, to give a brief presentation on the power transmission ecosystem of Odisha.
Honorable Chief Minister, sir, respected guests and my colleagues. Odisha Power Transmission Corporation has already started implementing 765 kV lines from Angul to Gopalpur. As you go to Gopalpur today, you will see work in progress. You will also see in Gopalpur 400 kV substations, work in progress. My limited point is we can provide you about 3,000 megawatt of power by 2028 and about 8,000 megawatt of power at Gopalpur by 2029 end. That is our capability. We will offer opportunities to you to plug in and take power at Gopalpur. Imagine the scale. We are connecting Angul to Gopalpur, Bhubaneswar Gopalpur, Jaspur Gopalpur. There are 5 connectivities coming up to Gopalpur. It is about N-5 compliance to power supply. You are not going to face any eventuality at any point of time. That is the kind of power you will get, most reliable power at Gopalpur. Next. These are timelines for Gopalpur.
Just show that.
Yeah. Can you go back? Yes. Pandyavali is Bhubaneswar. From Bhubaneswar we are connecting at 400 kV and also at 220 kV. These are work in progress. In totality, about 7,000 to 8,000 megawatts will be available in Gopalpur. This is Paradip. Paradip is closer. So we are providing connectivity from Angul, from Jaspur and Bhubaneswar. You will have N-3 connectivity in Paradip. As on today, we have projects in progress for about 4,000 megawatt of power at Paradip. Next. These are transmission system mostly. Some are at 765 kV and some at 400 kV, emanating from 765 kV. Net about 4,000 or 5,000 megawatt of power will be available in Paradip. It is a timeline for the projects. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sarma, for the presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know the successful realization of transformative industrial project is strengthened by the partnership of global financial and development institution. May I now invite Mr. Abhinav Goel, Energy Specialist, World Bank Group, to address the meet.
Thank you. Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Minister, Chief Secretary, senior officials of the Government of Odisha, distinguished representatives from Japan and industry colleagues, good afternoon. It is my privilege to represent the World Bank Group in this important interaction on green hydrogen derivatives in Odisha. I would like to just quickly speak about how the World Bank or multilateral development banks like World Bank Group can support Odisha in its endeavor. MDBs like World Bank Group can offer comprehensive support package that extends beyond financing to include strategic planning and implementation support. This support could be essentially categorized in a 3x3 framework with 3 pillars of strategic planning, project financing, and implementation support. And within that, there are 3 activities. So starting with the strategic planning, it essentially is about, because before projects can be financed or implemented, robust planning is essential. So essentially what we as World Bank Group could support is to provide technical assistance and advisory services. For instance, this could involve designing policies for green hydrogen adoption or creating a framework for carbon pricing, which could enable the additional value streams for the green fuels. It could also include knowledge sharing and capacity building through facilitative learning from the global best practices, through technical missions where we could really see on the ground where the successful projects are in action. Third, through the analytical tools like diagnostic toolkits, which could include geospatial data for resource mapping and site selection, techno-economic modeling that could go beyond just the cost of production and analyze the costs of entire value chain, and sectoral decarbonization pathways. The second pillar on project finance is the core, where we believe that the green hydrogen derivatives project face high upfront costs, technology risk, offtake uncertainty, and underdeveloped storage and transport infrastructure. To address these gaps, these projects will need a mix of public investment and private capital. The public sector can play a role by financing or de-risking shared infrastructure, as Sir also talked about the pipeline infrastructure or corridors. This is something which could be possibly supported through the public investments and the other associated common infrastructure, while the private investments could directly go on the ground projects and downstream facilities. The financing model could therefore combine 3 elements like public or blended finance for common infrastructure, the risk mitigation instruments such as guarantees, viability gap for and credit enhancement for de-risking private investments, and then supporting through long-term offtake agreements. Third is on the project implementation, where it is really about setting those standards like ESG, which would enable further private capital to be mobilized. So in the closing, I would just mention that Odisha has the ingredients to become one of the India's leading green industrial hubs. The task now is to convert this advantage into a coordinated investment platform, and the World Bank Group stands ready to support Odisha and its partner in this journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Goel. Ladies and gentlemen, a partnership is measured not just by new investment, but also by the success of those who have already chosen to invest. We now invite representatives from Japanese companies that have built enduring relationship with Odisha and continue to contribute to the state's industrial ecosystem. May I first invite Mr. K. Haraguchi, Senior General Manager Technology, TRL Krosaki Refractories Limited, a long-standing leader in refractory solution with a significant manufacturing presence at Lakhanpur in Jharsuguda, to kindly address the meet.
Thank you for kind introduction. I am Kazaki Haraguchi from TRL Kurosaki. It is an honor to be here today. Honorable Chief Minister Shri Mohan Charan Majhi ji, distinguished leaders from the government of Odisha, respect senior executive from Japan, esteemed industry colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I extend my sincere gratitude to BPCOR and Industry Department, Government of Odisha, for providing us this opportunity to be part of this prestigious gathering. It is indeed a privilege to be present here among such distinguished leaders and global partners. Making their journey towards reliance under the able guidance of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has been both ambitious and transformative. This vision resonates deeply with Kurosaki Harima's philosophy of producing locally for local use, reinforcing our shared commitment to building resilient, localized, and future-ready industry ecosystems. Kurosaki Harima, under the guidance of Nippon Steel, acquired TRL Kurosaki, formerly Tata Refractories Limited, from Tata Steel way back in 2011, with the objective to bring in the best of technology in refractories from Japan and manufacture in India from TRL Kurosaki for serving the nation's future demand of steel, cement, non-ferrous, glass, and other high-temperature applications in larger scale and meeting environmentally friendly norms. Kurosaki Harima shall be proud to be partner in this journey to achieve 300 million ton steel production by 2030 and 500 million ton steel production by 2047. Under Government of India's ambitious national agenda, Viksit Bharat. Environmental and social governance is another key area of focus. We will be happy to note that TRL Kurosaki is using 100% natural gas as a green fuel. At present, 34% electricity substitutes by green energy, solar power, which will be scaled more than 50% in near future. We have received a warm welcome from all employees of TRL Kurosaki. The cooperation from management and the workers of companies beyond imagination. The people of Belpahar and Odisha are very peaceful and want the growth and development of TRL Kurosaki. Our experience of doing business in Odisha is very satisfying. The district administration of Jharsuguda and government of Odisha has extended seamless support and care for Kurosaki Harima for establishing its business in the state. I am grateful to government of Odisha, district administration of Jharsuguda, and people of Belpahar for their unwavering support and cooperation, which has made us feel this state as our second home away from Japan. I hope our association will become further strong in the future. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you so much, Mr. Haraguchi. May I now invite Mr. Inove, General Manager, TYK Corporation, whose manufacturing facility at Kalinganagar in Jajpur reflects the company's commitment to bringing advanced Japanese refractory technologies to Odisha, to kindly address the meet.
Thank you, invite here. My name is Inoue from TYK Ceramics India. We have established the refractory manufacture plant in Jajpur. This project have been possible only because of 100% support extended by the government of Odisha. We received excellent cooperation from every concerned department through the inter-process from land and the alternate through IDICO facilitation by IPCOL and obtained all the necessary approval and license in the every step have completed with guidance and support of the government. We sincerely thank the government of Odisha for this unwavering support. We are looking forward to grow up together and strengthening our long-term partnership with Odisha. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Inoue. May I now invite Mr. Yuichi Miyazawa, Director Production, Indonesian Foods Private Limited, whose manufacturing facility in Kodda have contributed to Odisha's food processing ecosystem while bringing one of Japan's most recognized food brands closer to Indian consumers, to kindly share a few words.
Thank you for invite. This is Miyazawa from Indonesian. I heard from her by Japanese fine. So I Hello. So I talk by Japanese. すいません、日本語で、やらせていただきます。すいません、うちは、日清食品、日本でいうとこの、食品関係です。今回の会議の、皆さんの目的のようなサステナビリティや、インフラとか、グリーンエナジーとあまり関係ない分野なんですが、経験は、10年以上、オリッサでの、創業実績があります。2012年から、創業を開始しておりますので、もう約15年、十数年になります。その経験から、ですが、人柄、こちらの、温暖な地域もありまして、非常に、マイルドな、人柄の人間が多く、もう一つ工場を、持っているんですが、そちらの地域と比べても、非常に、皆さん勤勉で、また一番いいのが、ストライキと、インドでは比較的ストライキが多いんですが、それがほとんどない、地域柄となっておりますので、工場オペレーションとしては非常にやりやすい場所だと感じております。現在従業員約800人ぐらいになりますが、少し工場も手狭になってきたので、現在もう一棟工場を作っております。その際も、設立当初もかなり、オリッサ州からご支援いただいたんですが、今回も、経済産業大臣含め、ミニスター含め、いろいろサポートいただき、スムーズな認可関係が取れまして、現在、準備を進めておるところです。10年ちょいですが、その経験からですと、非常におすすめの場所と思っておりますので、ぜひオリッサの方に、来てください。よろしくお願いします。
Thank you so much, Mr. Miyazawa. May I now request the Chief Secretary Government of Odisha, Srimati Anu Garg, who has been steering the administrative machinery of Odisha with vision and efficiency as the first woman Chief Secretary of the state, to kindly address this meeting.
Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Minister, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, on behalf of the Chief Minister and the Minister and all my colleagues, let me welcome each one of you here in our beautiful state. We are very happy to have you. Just before this meeting, we had a very interesting one-on-one meeting with the President and CEO of IHI, with the Chairman of ACME, and with the Managing Executive Officer of Mitsubishi Chemicals. And it was very heartening to hear about the proposal about how green methanol is going to be taken up, and by capturing CO2 which is coming out from ethanol plants, and eventually how that will be used for aviation fuels. So green aviation fuels. So it is a wonderful concept, and we will be very happy to partner with you on that. And for us it is very important, A, because it's green, and B, because we hope that it is going to spur further investments and developments and expansions. C, it is, as you mentioned, I think some 8,000 skilled personnel, so it's going to be high-skilled personnel who are going to be used. 4, and this is what our Prime Minister emphasizes on, it will lead to what we call Atmanirbharta, which is self-reliance. And finally, it is also going to be getting us some industrial townships. Just like in Neemrana we were discussing, there is the Japanese enclave. But at the same time, while this is a very, very important thing for us, I would like to tell you how Odisha is so important for all of you and why you will not regret coming here, investing here, or living on here. And to just make it easy for you, I will use the mnemonic, which is my favorite, that Odisha has the edge, where E is for the economy. We have, touch wood, a very robust economy. And when I say that, it is A, we can walk the talk when it comes to the incentives that we are offering, but also we can invest on capital infrastructure, which means that if some road is required someplace, or as my colleague mentioned, power infrastructure, that is something that we are investing. In fact, just 2 days back, we had a cabinet meeting in which 6 proposals related to infrastructure. There were 2 roads which were approved, 1 power infrastructure, 1 data center, and 2 water resources projects. So in one cabinet meeting, these were some of the proposals. So that is the kind of emphasis that is being given on development of infrastructure. The D in the edge is for demography. So demographic advantage, which much of India has, which our state has too, not just in numbers, but the skilled personnel. We have a large number of technical institutions, both from Government of India and the state. So we have IIT, we have ISER. These are all very, very reputed technical institutions. And we have, and as one of our colleagues from Japan mentioned, the people here are peace-loving, hard-working, and sometimes, what I have heard from many people, some of the best employees are Odias. So that is another very major advantage. The third is the geographical advantage. Not just that we have a long coastline, so many ports available, but it is a mineral storehouse, but also a gateway to Southeast Asia. And we are also power surplus, as my colleague just mentioned, but also water surplus. So that is another huge advantage. And the final E is ecosystem. And very carefully over time, we have curated many clear policies across sectors. So you were mentioning about floating solars, we have a policy. If you want to set up PSP, we have a policy. So we have policies for everything. At the same time, we are also agile. And in case there is anything, then we are willing to look at that. And at the same time, we also have a vision. And it is a clearly articulated vision for 2036. That is the time when Odisha turns 100. But also 2047, when the nation turns 100. So it is a very clearly articulated vision across 23 sectors of the state. And this was inaugurated, launched by the Honorable Prime Minister himself. So I just want to assure you, as the Chief Secretary of the state, that when you are coming here or investing here, you are doing the correct thing. And as the Chief Secretary, I would like to assure you that we will take all steps to ensure that whatever we can do, we will do for you. And we will not just provide ease of doing business, but also speed of doing business. In fact, you were mentioning that you would like to have a nodal officer to coordinate on behalf of all the companies. So the Chief Minister has decided in the room only that Ms. Aboli, she is the Managing Director of IPICOL. She will be the nodal officer for all your queries, etc. But at any time, myself and my colleagues will also be available. So we welcome you, we value this partnership, and we look forward to taking it forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have Amit Sir's Honourable Minister for Industries and Skill Development and Technical Education, Government of Odisha, Shri Sampath Chandra Swami, who has been playing a pivotal role in pushing the reforms that is ushering in investors and industrialization in the state, while also working towards upskilling the young generation of the state, making them industry ready. Can I kindly request him to address this meeting?
Jai Jagannath, Honorable Chief Minister Shri Mohan Charan Majhi ji, Chief Secretary of Odisha, Srimati Annu Garg Madam, SES Industries, Shri Hemant Sharma ji, Mr. Hiroshi Ideji, President and CEO IHI Corporation, Manoj Upadhyay ji, Chairman ACME, Hideki Akse, Managing Executive Officer, Mitsubishi Gas and Chemical, distinguished leaders of IHI Corporation, Mitsubishi Corporation and ACME Group, distinguished representative of TRL, Krosaki, TIA UK Corporation and Indonesian, senior officers from Government of Odisha, industry leaders, member of media, and ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pride to be present here today at an occasion that marks such a significant step forward for Odisha's industrial partnership with Japan. My heartiest congratulations to IHI Corporation and ACME Group on reaching this important milestone. On behalf of Government of Odisha, I extend a very warm welcome to each of you to our state. I assure you today, so I do every investor who choose Odisha, that this government will stand behind you with every facilitation you require, from the day of approval to the day of commissioning and well beyond. Friends, everything we do in Odisha serves a larger national purpose, guided by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, vision of Viksit Bharat by 2047. Chief Minister Mohan Charan Majhi ji has set our milestone, Samrudh Odisha by 2036. A prosperous industrialized state driving national growth. Every partnership we form and every job we create is building block toward this future, and today's milestone with Japanese industry is a proud step forward. I want to speak for a moment on why this particular MOC matters such much to us. This is a technologically advanced, globally benchmarked greenfield project brought to us by Japan's most respected industrial names. When companies of this stature commit their capital and engineering expertise here, it sends a powerful signal to the global market. Odisha is mature, execution ready, and fully capable of hosting the highest class of investment. Beyond the project itself, this collaboration serves as an outstanding benchmark for the next wave of global investors evaluating our state. This also depends something Odisha already has a genuine, long-standing relationship with Japanese industry. Companies such as TRL, Krosaki, TIA Corporation and Indonesian have operated in our state for years and have come to know Odisha's workforce, our institutions and our commitment to partnership. With IHI and ACME joining that community today, we are not beginning a relationship with Japan. We are widening one that already runs deep, built on shared values of precision, quality, discipline, and long-term thinking. I hope more Japanese enterprises will look at Odisha through the confidence that this partnership will generate. As the Minister of Industry and Skill Development Technical Education, my dual responsibilities are clear: building an industrial ecosystem that global investors trust, and shaping the workforce that will power it. Odisha's approach to ease of doing businesses goes beyond announcements. It is a functional system built around investors' life cycle facilitation. Guided by our Industrial Policy Resolution 2022 and dedicated green energy policies, we provide the ultimate regulatory certainty, land, power, and water infrastructure required to seamlessly anchor large-scale green hydrogen and clean fuel projects through our technical institutional network. Including the state-of-the-art World Skill Center, we are aligning technical education with the precise demands of advanced manufacturing and green technologies. I personally invite industry leaders to partner with us on structured apprenticeships and directed institutional linkages. Let's build our skilling pipeline in lockstep with your technology roadmap, not after it. To the giant Japanese business houses investing in Odisha, I once again welcome to Odisha. The industry department and our entire investment facilitation machinery stand ready to walk this journey. Today's memorandum of cooperation between Government of Odisha, ACME, IHI Corporation and Tata SEZ will definitely boost the industrial ecosystem in the state. To other such notable Japanese companies, I invite you to explore opportunities with Odisha. There has never been a better time to invest in Odisha. The opportunities are substantial, the policies are enabling, the talent is prepared, and the government is fully committed to working alongside industry at every step. On behalf of the Government of Odisha, I assure you of our full commitment to facilitating your investments and partnerships. Together, we can build projects that strengthen Odisha's industrial landscape while reinforcing India's broader growth story. Thank you. Bande Utkal Janani.
Thank you so much, Honourable Minister, sir, for your address. Ladies and gentlemen, we now arrive at the defining moment of today's interaction, the exchange of the Memorandum of Cooperation among ITCO, IPCOL, IHI, ACME and Tata Steel Special Economic Zone Limited for green hydrogen and its derivatives. May I first request MD ITCO, Shri D. Prashant Kumar Reddy and President and CEO IHI Corporation, Mr. Hiroshi Ide to step forward for the Memorandum of Cooperation. We would also like to acknowledge the presence of Chairperson ITCO and Additional Chief Secretary Housing and Urban Development Department, Srimati Usha Pari, for her presence here. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the MOC.
Destination for global.
MD IPCOL Srimati Aboli Sunil Narvani ji and Founder and Chairman ACME Group Mr. Manoj Upadhyay to step forward for the formation of the MOC. Odisha is fast emerging as India's green fuel powerhouse, taking a decisive lead in green hydrogen, green ammonia and other clean energy solution. Congratulations. I now request MD IPCOL Srimati Aboli Sunil Narvani and Founder and Chairman ACME Group Mr. Manoj Upadhyay to step forward for the formalization of the MOC. A warm round of applause, yes. This Memorandum of Cooperation reflects a shared commitment to advancing industrial innovation and sustainable economic growth through long-term collaboration. May I also now request all our esteemed signatories to please join the Honourable Chief Minister for a group photograph. I'll also request Mr. Manikant Naik, Managing Director Tata SEZ, to join for the group photograph with our Honourable Chief Minister, Shri Mohan Charan Majhi ji. So a group photograph of all our esteemed signatories of the MOC with our Honorable Chief Minister. Can we have a warm round of applause again as we witness another important milestone in the growing strategic partnership between Odisha and Japan. Thank you so much, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly honored to have the esteemed presence of the Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Shri Mohan Charan Majhi ji, with us today. Under his leadership over the past 2 years, Odisha has emerged as one of India's most preferred destination for global investment, driven by a clear focus on industrial growth, ease of doing business, and strategic international partnership. Yesterday, the state witnessed the announcement of Odisha's largest foreign direct investment proposal and India's largest foreign direct investment in the metallurgy sector through a joint venture between International Holding Company and Adani Enterprises under his leadership. Today, we take that momentum forward by deepening Odisha's partnership with Japan, a relationship that continues to grow through technology, innovation, investment, and people-to-people engagement. Recent initiatives, including the proposed Odisha-Totori sister state partnership, reflect our Honorable Chief Minister's commitment to building an enduring subnational partnership with Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my privilege to invite the Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Shri Mohan Charan Majhi ji, to kindly address this interactive session.
Jai Jagannath, Honorable Minister, Industries and Skill Development and Technical Education, Shri Sampad Chandra Swain, representatives of Japanese companies, TRL, Krosaki, TYK Corporation, Indonesian, representatives of World Bank, International Finance Corporation, Asian Development Bank, Chairman, ACME Group, Sri Manoj Upadhyay ji, Director, IHI Corporation, Hiroshi Inde, Managing Executive Officer, Mitsubishi Hideaki Akase, Chief Secretary Srimati Anugarg, Additional Chief Secretary Industries, Hemant Sharma, Managing Director Ifequal, Srimati Abuli Sunil Narbane, Senior Officers of Odisha Government, industry leaders, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you to Odisha, the land of Lord Jagannath, for this historic occasion. Today's memorandum is much more than the signing of just an agreement. It is a partnership built on trust, innovation, and shared prosperity. At a time when our two nations are strengthening their strategic relationship under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, it is fitting that one of the most significant collaborations in the emerging green economy is taking shape here in Odisha. It is a matter of great joy that the Honorable Prime Minister of Japan, Ms. Takaichi Sane, has arrived in India for the India-Japan Annual Summit. She held discussions with our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to further strengthen the traditional relationship between both nations. During this visit, 129 MOUs were signed to boost cooperation with Japan in the field of strategic cooperation, defense, and various other industries. While the relationship between India and Japan grows stronger day by day, today's cooperation with Japan in Odisha will prove to be a milestone. Today, agreements were signed with ACME and IHI for green ammonia and green methanol. These projects will be set up in Paradip and Gopalpur. This will bring an investment of 67,000 crore rupees to Odisha and create more than 7,600 jobs. Last 2 days have been quite eventful in the industrial history of Odisha because just yesterday we had signed MOU of $11 billion with our investing partners from Middle East, and today we are welcome our friends from Far East with open arms. The state's investment horizon is definitely shining at the moment. Over the decades, Odisha has emerged as the state steel capital of India and one of the countries for most industrial destinations. We believe that the next chapter of Odisha's growth will be defined by industrial expansion supported by technology, sustainability, innovation and value addition. The project that we are witnessing today is among the first technologically strong green hydrogen initiatives globally to achieve financial viability, demonstrating that the clean energy economy has moved beyond aspiration to commercial reality. Friends, Odisha is today creating one of India's largest green hydrogen ecosystems. We have already approved 12 major green hydrogen and green ammonia projects. These projects will attract an investment of more than 2 lakh crore rupees and the potential to generate more than 36,000 employment opportunities. These investments are creating integrated industrial cluster around Paradip, Kendrapada and Gopalpur. As the steel capital of India with a planned capacity of more than 150 MTPA of 2036, Odisha now looks forward to become a global leader in green steel manufacturing. The location of this project further strengthens its strategic importance. The industries in Paradip and together with the emerging Gopalpur cluster, Odisha is developing twin green industrial corridors. The Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, Puri, Paradip economic region will perfectly complement these upcoming projects. I am particularly delighted by the presence of distinguished representatives from the World Bank, the International Financial Cooperation, and Asian Development Bank. Your presence today reflects growing international confidence in Odisha's policy framework and long-term industrial vision. I therefore extend a special invitation to IHI Cooperation to establish a Japanese green energy engineering and innovation center in our state. I also invite IHI to establish an engineering and design center, consider Odisha as its preferred manufacturing base in India, and integrated Odisha's MSMEs into your global supplier network. To Mitsubishi Corporation, I extend an invitation to explore broader opportunity in Odisha across green chemicals, sustainable fuels, advanced materials, industrial logistics, and advanced manufacturing. I assure you that my government will provide full support at all steps of your proposals in Odisha. बंधुगण, आज ये मंच माध्यम मु ओडिशावासी को कहवाक चाहे जे आपन सरकार ओडिशा को एक सशक्त समृद्ध और वैभवशाली राज्य में परिणत करने आज आम सरकार संकल्पबद्ध। गतकाली संयुक्त अरब एमिरेट्स सहित 1,15,000 कोटी टंकार एमओयू बुझामणा पत्र स्वाक्षरित होइथिला एवं आज जापान प्रमुख शिल्प उद्योगों सहित 67,000 कोटी टंकार बुझामणा पत्र ये स्वाक्षरित आज होइछि। गत जनवरी रे उत्कर्ष ओडिशा मेक इन ओडिशा आरंभ होइतबा द्वितीय शिल्प विप्लवर ये यात्रा नियमित भावे गोटे पर गोटे फर्द आज जोड़ी होउछि, जहाँ आम राज्यर युववर्ग को आकर्षणीय रोजगार बड़ सुजोग प्रदान मध्य करिवो। प्राय 1.5 वर्ष मध्य ओडिशा रे 3.5 लाख कोटी टंकार पुंजीनिवेश हो सारी, जो उभय देश एवं देश बाहर नामी दामी कंपनी माने अंशग्रहण करिसेंती। एही समय मध्य आम सरकार 10 लाख कोटी अधिक टंकार नूतन शिल्प प्रकल्प को अनुमोदन मध्य देइछंती। राज्यवासी जानी खुशी हेबे जे आज ओडिशार 30 जिला मध्यरु 29 जिल्ला रे किछि ना किछि नूतन शिल्प आमे ताकू आज सेठी आमे करिया पय जाउछु। आगामी दिन रे जो गोटे जिला रहिला सेतिरे मध्य निश्चित भाव में शिल्प प्रतिष्ठा करा जिवो। आमर लक्ष्य होउची शिल्प विकासर धारा ओडिशा सारा। Friends, today's partnership is not only about investing in a project, it is about investing in the future. Odisha is ready. Odisha is future also ready. And together with our partners from Japan and the global community, we will shape the industries that define the 21st century. I once again thank our Japanese friends for reposing their faith on us, and I assure with conviction that you will not be disappointed. Thank you. Bande Mataram, Bande Utkal Janani.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chief Minister, sir, for your inspiring and visionary address. Odisha is truly future ready under your leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude today's interaction, may I now request Srimati Aboli Sunil Narvane, Managing Director, Epicol, and Director, Industries, to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As we come to the close of this landmark event, it is my privilege to offer the vote of thanks on behalf of Government of Odisha and Epicol. At the outset, I convey a profound appreciation for our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Mohan Charan Majhi ji, for sharing his inspiring vision for Odisha's future. His unwavering support on promoting investment, fostering industrial growth, continues to instill confidence amongst investors and strengthens Odisha's position as a leading destination for business and innovation. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Minister for Industries, Skill Development and Technical Education, Shri Champat Chandra Swaiji, for his valuable leadership and continued commitment to advancing Odisha's industrial growth and investment aspirations. Ladies and gentlemen, I convey our sincere appreciation to Mr. Manoj Kumar Upadhyay and the leadership of Acme Group, Mr. Hiroshi Ide and the leadership of IHR Corporation for partnering with Government of Odisha for this landmark initiative. I also extend my sincere thanks to Mr. Hideaki Akase and the distinguished delegation from Mitsubishi Gas Chemical Company for gracing this occasion with their presence. Your confidence in Odisha is deeply valued, and we assure you of Government of Odisha's unwavering support at every stage for effective implementation for this project. I express my sincere gratitude to our respected Chief Secretary, Srimati Anugar, for her constant guidance and administrative leadership in strengthening Odisha's investment ecosystem and fostering a responsive and investor-friendly environment. My sincere thanks to Bhaskar Jyoti Sharma sir, CMD OPTCL, for presenting about Odisha's expanding power infrastructure, which will play a vital role in supporting large-scale investments in Odisha. I would also like to thank Mr. Vishal Dev, ACS Industries, Ms. Usha Padhi, Chairperson IDCO and ACS HNUD, Ms. Shubha Sharma, Principal Secretary Department of Water Resources, Mr. Bhupinder Singh Punia, Commissioner cum Secretary Skill Development, Mr. Prashant Reddy, MD IDCO, and Ms. Dr. Satyabrat Ratha, MD Gridco, for their valuable presence. I thank Mr. Abhinav Goyal, Energy Specialist from the World Bank, for sharing valuable insights on the importance of strong collaboration between governments and industries in accelerating the clean energy transition. I thank the representatives of Triadel Krosaki, TYK Corporation and Indonesian who shared their positive experiences of operating in Odisha and for being here with us today. Thank you all the representatives of media for helping us reach a larger audience. As we conclude today's program, let us remember that this memorandum of cooperation signed today is not merely an agreement on paper. It represents a shared vision for innovation, sustainable development, clean energy and inclusive economic growth. Together, let us transform today's commitment into enduring partnership that creates industries, generates employment and strengthens bilateral cooperation. Thank you so much and I wish you all a very pleasant day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you everyone. Arigato gozaimasu. And with that, I request all our esteemed delegates to kindly, Japanese delegates to kindly step forward for a group photograph with our Honorable Chief Minister, sir.
I think in these 12 years, if you see pretty much every domain has in some form or the other has been actually changed. Prime Minister Modi is very much a person of these times. India actually threw up a leader like him who was in tune with its aspirations and with its expectations. The spirit of India, you know, the confidence, the sort of can-do spirit, you know, when you have Gaganyaan. Overall, as you can see, it's a much more, in a way, fired-up country. Pride in our civilization and heritage and tradition, who we are, who we really are. And, you know, that's particularly important at this time because we are going up in the world. National security is not just about protecting the borders or doing internal security. Today, economic security, energy security, fertilizer security, health security, cyber security, I can just make a long list. Okay. Diplomacy is not an impatient business. It's not a knee-jerk response to what happens. There is a certain brand India, and that brand India, at least in the last decade, a great deal has been shaped by brand Modi as well.
Namaskar and welcome to Indian Diplomacy, show on India's national broadcaster Doordarshan about Indian foreign policy, India's international relations and how India is making the world a better place. Viewers, this is a special episode under the series of Bharat Reloaded, a commemoration being done by Doordarshan on completion of 12 years of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's momentous rule. Since 2014, we have seen incredible changes in this country and its role in the world. The promises that were made have been kept, and we are now chasing new dreams and goals and ambitions. So that is the story of Bharat Reloaded. And this particular episode is focused on India's journey in the world, our foreign policy, the major accomplishments of the last 12 years, and where we are headed in a rather turbulent and choppy world. It's a great honor for us at the National Broadcaster to be hosting none other than India's External Affairs Minister, Dr. Subramaniam Jaishankar, for this discussion. Dr. Jaishankar is a very well-known personality, but I will still do the honors a little bit by mentioning the fact that he has seen and steered India's foreign policy for a long time. He was a Foreign Secretary of India, which is the highest position in the Indian Foreign Service system. He was our ambassador to United States and China. And after retirement from the diplomatic service, he has been External Affairs Minister since 2019. So it's a great privilege, sir, as always, to host you on the National Broadcaster.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure to be here, Sriram, with you.
Dr. Jaishankar, when we look back at these 12 years, I mean, the question naturally, starts forming in the mind as to what is the impact of leadership, because the Prime Minister has had this enormous influence on so many matters. But if you look at India as a nation, as a society, as a people, and of course as a state, which you are part of, the real query for the viewers will be, what is the Modi effect on all these big phenomena that we need to look at in retrospect, because 12 years?
Well, that's actually a very big question. It's a very big question because I think in these 12 years, if you see pretty much every domain has in some form or the other has been actually changed, in many cases undergone a very major transformation. Now, there are two ways of looking at it. One, I think Prime Minister Modi is very much a person of these times, that India actually threw up a leader like him who was in tune with its aspirations and with its expectations, with the thinking of the people, with the popular sentiment. But there's the other way, which is that he also has shaped it, he has steered it, he has led it. And I obviously am concentrated, focused on the foreign policy aspect of it. But there are other aspects. I mean, if you look, for example, at the digitalization of India, I mean, for most people in the world, I can tell you that is probably what fascinates them the most. How digital today we have become, how much we have embraced this technology, where even many more developed countries have been much more conservative in this regard. The other, in a way, is the spirit of India. The confidence, the sort of can-do spirit. When you go to you have a Gaganyaan. I mean, it can be reflected in achievements of various kinds. But overall, as you can see, it's a much more in a way fired up country. And the third, I would say, is really that pride in our civilization and heritage and tradition, who we are, who we really are. And that's particularly important at this time because it's a moment when we are going up in the world hierarchy, and it's very important for a country going up that you should have a good sense of yourself. And I think that has really changed in this last decade. So when I therefore in a way respond to your question, to me there are actually achievements and practices and attitudes which have changed. There is a overall energy and enthusiasm and spirit in the country which has changed, and there is our own identity and our sense of self which has changed. I think Prime Minister Modi, more than anybody else, captures it, he leads it. In many ways, he is also shaped by it.
That's a powerful combination. Viewers, Dr. Jaishankar is talking about India has become Bharat. Do read his two books in succession, India Way and then why Bharat matters. This is especially true with regard to the point about India's identity and how it's necessary for its rise. Sir, coming to foreign policy, 12 years, 10th of June, Prime Minister is going to complete 4,399 consecutive days as elected Prime Minister, overtaking Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who had done 4,398 days. So obviously this is an era, sir. I mean, there's just no two opinions about this. Is a Narendra Modi era. So when you have served under multiple prime ministers in your long career, so there is, most of us who study foreign policy say there was a Nehruvian era and there was an Indira Gandhi era, and now there is a Narendra Modi era. So if you were to take a big picture view to start with, what is different about this era in terms of our approach, our way of looking at the world and the way we have acted in the world?
Well, I think first of all our interests are much bigger and much more spread out than the earlier eras. So when your interests are much deeper, then naturally our engagement, our behavior, our attitude reflects that. I'll give you an example. Let's take what is currently happening in the Gulf. Okay, so you have essentially four parties. I'm simplifying it a bit. So there is the US, there is Iran, there is Israel, and there is, for the sake of the argument, putting the Gulf together as a single party, though they are different. Now, just look at it from our point of view today, as opposed to how we may have approached it hypothetically before.